This is DMG and welcome to 70 System, and in this video we're going to talk about why exploration is so important to a role-playing game. So if you're liking these videos, please consider supporting me on patreon.com/70system. Click the like button, and if you want to see future videos, click the bell next to the subscribe button. Now, why is exploration so important to role-playing games? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, it's the thing that endears the world to the players. So they get to explore the world through journeying through it, through exploring the dungeons, through interacting with the towns. They're exploring the world that either you have created or a writer has created in the setting that you're playing. So the more they explore, the more they will begin to enjoy the world, the more they'll understand how the world works. And so that is what's going to sort of ferment in their mind whether they like or do not like the world. So it's very important from that aspect. Another aspect is from the standpoint of how the game actually flows. So when you watch the storytelling videos that are on this channel, you'll see we start to talk about scenes and transitions. Well, there's a natural pace that starts to happen when you are playing a role-playing game. So you tend to have a scene, and then there's a transition, and then another scene, and then there's transition. So it's up, down, up, down, up, down. And exploration tends to be a slowed down portion of the game, and then it speeds up to combat, and then a slowed down portion again. You might be traveling between towns, and then there's a social interaction, and then again you're exploring the streets of the town, etc., etc. So the pacing of the game changes, and exploration tend to be a slowed down aspect of the game. It gives the characters a chance to pause or to recuperate, rest. All these kinds of things are happening. From a structural standpoint, it's very, very important. You don't want to just have combat, social interaction, a little bit of exploration, then combat. It's too much. It needs to have this nice undulating structure to it. The other aspect is to create mood. So when you're exploring a region, when you start to talk about things like lighting, for example, how is this place lit? What kind of vision are you able to use? What kind of elements are in this area? This form of exploration in terms of finding out details, finding objects, that kind of aspect of it is central to the entire game in terms of bettering your character through the discovery of mundane objects, through the discovery of magical objects, powers, scrolls, NPC allies, finding new enemies, and a variety of other aspects which happens through the whole exploration function of the game. So that's why exploration is one of the 7 pillars of role-playing games. And of course, as we progress through them, obviously the other ones that there are, of course, like, interaction, combat, time, these sort of things are just as important, but it varies from game to game as to which is more important and which is less important. But exploration is always vital to a game that's going to have longevity. So if you're just playing a one-shot, it's not as important as it would be in a campaign that could last decades. And there are campaigns that last decades. So thank you for watching this video. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter /70system. And I will see you in the next video, where we're going to talk about the 7 pillars of role-playing games and interaction, and as a main pillar of RPGs.